This is a really stunning sort of golden white chicken fence pattern. I like a chicken that lays a golden egg. I feel like an egg shape is almost harder to draw than a circle. It's like a rounded lotus petal. This free pen is so cheap, it's like rattling while I'm trying to use it. As I am recording this, it has just been Easter, so it's sort of apropos, but there is the whole golden egg thing in at least one spirit animal type book. Okay, so we have this egg here. I'll just put like he sort of wants to be in a nest, I think. Sort of like nesty looking hatch marks here. Ooh. There we go. I'm just sort of like distant lands over here in the extreme far away. They have tails on them because they're dragons. Alright, good enough. Alright. Ooh, that actually looks kind of good for being such a quick drawing. Okay. Alright, welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. As in kitty, meow. This is a reading for Sagittarius for around mid-April. Whenever you find it, it's just sort of hitting on whatever energy is coming through right now. Sort of mid-April through May, or whenever it stops, according to the energy. Don't stop till you get enough, or I don't want to stop, or don't stop me now. Anywho, we have this golden egg here. Little dragons flying around in the distance. This deck right here, the Wild Unknown Animal Spirits, has a golden egg in it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This isn't really for this reading, but I just want to show in comparison instead of having to put like a little thing up in the corner. Camera the egg. It's like we just had Easter and I'm sitting here looking for eggs. There it is. Okay, so here's the one from this deck. I think it's the solar chakra, but I'd have to get the book out and I don't really want to right now. So, here's the Shalnu. Similar situation. This has a 64 tetrahedron grid kind of dotted out onto it. So this is the energy that we're looking at with this golden egg. It's kind of like in the Harry Potter movie where they have the egg and they have to figure out how to open it, and Not plot twist. Spoiler alert, I think this movie came out over 20 years ago, but if you haven't seen it, they have to put it underwater to open it, otherwise it just sounds like it's screaming. But in a similar way, like if you have some kind of golden egg inside you that's sort of like your core true voice, unless you're sort of in your heart center, in your emotional waters, your internal voice might just sound like internal screaming to you anyway. So, Sagittarius, let's see what we've got. The kitty hold a card. Let's see if I can put that up a little bit. I have to change the battery, or otherwise I'm going to lose this reading. Okay. So, this stuffed cat is an energy work buddy, and I've got a couple in my Etsy shop. I have one, and I need to add the other one. I've got a box of pattern pieces cut out. I gotta make more when I've got time, but I'm overhauling my YouTube channel right now, so it's taking a minute. So, Sagittarius, I've got this triptych door reading. What we're doing is reconciliation of opposites. Usually I call it unification, but today, for these readings, it's reconciliation of opposites. Like, I'm reconciling my finances. I'm doing trying to finish my taxes before the due date. I'm doing the balance sheet for this quarter. That kind of stuff. Scintillating. So we have the Lovers right off here. So we have number 6, Gemini energy. So we're getting a duality, twins already. It could also be healing. It's also a choice. Okay. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Coins in this deck, inverted. So Jupiter and Capricorn inverted. But I think Jupiter just recently moved into Pisces, unless I'm hallucinating. So that might be talking about that, even though it skipped over like a whole ass sign there. It's also giving me that there should be retrogrades upcoming. I think it usually starts around May or so. There's been a while where there's no retrogrades, but one of the other readings kind of indicated to me that we should be sort of gearing up for that whole situation. It might be those outer planets, but it might not. 2 is often a choice, especially the Two of Wands, but they're sort of all lower vibrations of the Lovers, the twos in general. Two of Pentacles is like I'm juggling a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to do too many things at once. I haven't picked my path yet. Here, it's like a decision has been made. Or in some cases, the decision was made for you. The Lovers would indicate choice or an informed decision. What is that, Jupiter? That might be wrong. No, yeah, Jupiter in Capricorn. What the fuck? Okay. So even the neighbor's dogs are like WTF, mate. Oh, notice this dragon down here has wings, and then the Lovers are in wings as well. On the wings of love. Other schmaltzy songs. Okay, so this card in the Dreams of Gaia Tarot is 11, body and mind, in place of the Page of Air, the Page of Swords. Oh my god! I didn't mean to growl right at the camera, but it's really friggin' annoying. Okay. We have 2 masks here. Feathers on the eye. There's definitely duality here, especially because we have the body and the mind. Okay, so the Pentacles can stand for the body. Like, ooh, you're making me sick. I want to heal in my body because I'm feeling very low energy. -2 is pretty low. 11 here has to do with universal timing. It's also a twin flame number, so think you could apply that where applicable. And this could also be in a relationship. No, like nobody ever picks me, so the choice of being single is made for me, right? Or they picked someone else over me. This definitely gives a feeling, especially with this card, because he's cycling on water. It's like I just went in the dunk tank. I got dissed. Let's see what the back of the deck has. So we have the 10 of Swords here. So we have more air energy. 10 and 11. Interesting. 10 and 11 of Swords. Trying to level up. This is pain. Right? Like a knife in the back, Twisted Sister. Maybe check that song out. It hurts. It's like, my cut has improved your voice. The first cut is the deepest there. Little Sheryl Crow. So here we have the Maiden, also coming in as 2. 2 of Earth, 2 of Pentacles. So this is the same card. I'm going to put this over here with the between the 6 and that one. So we have a 2 here. This is the same card, basically, as this, but this is Major Arcana. This is where the High Priestess would normally be. But in this deck, we have the archetypes of a maiden and a youth, would be a young man. So this is Virgo energy on this card, giving a slightly higher vibration of this. If I want to say 2, I could say 1-1, which would be like 11. I could reduce this to 1, which would be trying to come up from the -2. I could skip up to 1, reduce it down. But I'm also, if I go -2 to 10, that's 2, 1, 0. Actually, I go up to 1, 0. And then up to 10, I'm going up 12. I want it to be 13, because then it would be a death cycle. But it's like I'm hung up on it, and I don't want to continue evolving because of the pain. You know, I want to feel sort of innocent and fresh again, right? This is like I'm jaded in relationship situations. But it's giving me a little bit like I don't want to like share my body with anyone because my mind is in pain. But there's a desire to heal that. Like a new, like I want a rebirth. But you don't get that rebirth until you go through the death cycle. So what's missing here is 13. Although I would have 13 if I took these two cards. 2 and 11, that's 13. If I take the 2 of Pentacles, subtract it from the 10 of Swords, that gives me 8 swords, which is that I want to break free from my own mental prison. The egg could be the mental prison, right? I'm locked in here trying to gestate. I'm gonna come out like, it's sort of like a cocoon, right? This could be a cocoon. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna regroup into this upper level from this card. But I'm still a pile of goo right now. I'm recombining. But it's something that's happening in the body. It's like pain that's locked in the cells of your body, right? Trauma that's held in the body. It's not just like, oh, I'm sad. It's my chest is constricted. My back is tensed up. It feels like my kidneys are being stabbed. I've got stones. I've got, you know, a hernia. I've got a rotator cuff injury. And it's, you know, it's not to medically diagnose anything, because we're not doing that here. Disclaimer. It's to say, oh, I have psychosomatic pains in my body. And this happened for me too. I had like a major trauma dump all over Facebook about shit that happened to me in gym class when I was younger. And, like, within a day and a half, this muscle that runs down through my hip into the top of my leg that had prevented me from being able to sort of, like, swing my leg open wide like it's supposed to, it would sort of stop and just be painful, like someone had put a stick in a lock, released. So this is what's happening here with Sagittarius. Is this sort of like not quite hatched rejuvenation, but it's body and mind. It's not separate. And like I said, there is an aspect of relationship here. And it does look like trauma, because we have this Ten of Swords here, like, oh my effing god, my brain hurts. All the way down into my physical body. So we have a conscious, sort of conscious effort to heal. It's like I'm trying to pick up the pieces of my sort of relationship. I want to pick up the pieces of my interaction with others so that I can heal my body. Because you can't really go through life without interacting with other people. And again, there's a heavy relationship aspect here, romantic relationship, right? Sort of like I want to be fresh and naive. And one thing about people that are young is that their bodies are a lot more resilient. So there is a parallel between mental and emotional jadedness. Notice that it's all like jade green. And physical decrepitude. Let's put it that way. And it's weird because it's not like, oh, the joints in my brain are I need a cerebral replacement, like I need a knee replacement. It's something that's deeper than that. And it has a lot to do with tension. And it's, it's well known that stress can cause problems with the body. It can give you high blood pressure. You can have a stroke, you can have an aneurysm, you can, do other kinds of things. So this is kind of it's not really a material thing that's going on. The only thing here is the Two of Pentacles, but this has a lot more to do with choice and decision than it has to do with materiality. It's just reminding you that there's a physical body aspect to it. It's not like, oh, I'm going to go out in meat space and do this. It's like, ow, my pancreas. That kind of thing. So we're dealing with how the body stores trauma and working on healing that in a very mentally centered way. I think Sagittarius is used to operating in fire, but we have here Gemini energy. We have Ten of Swords is also Gemini energy. And then the page, we're getting what I've assigned as Uranus energy, which is also air. Aquarian energy. Now this coming in with Aquarian energy is that, like, I can think myself into a corner and then interrupt my thoughts with another late-breaking thought. With the Gemini energy is like, I'm presenting two personalities at once. And that might just be to yourself, too. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with your own ego. And it's not to say like, oh, you've got a big ego, like screw you, Sagittarius. It's like everyone has an ego. Your ego could be of lack. Your ego could be of, you know, I don't know what another ego type is. Like chauvinistic or something. Your ego could be kind of like, I don't know. Could be sort of like narcissistic, or you could be, you know, interrogative. Like your control drama could be interrogation, and that would be an ego thing. Like always nitpicking and asking questions and stuff like that. You could be doing that to yourself. You know, or you could just be like totally shit talking yourself, like, wow, you suck. And this would be saying like, I'm working on the mental gymnastics that will get that neutralized so that I can be, you know, sort of fresh and sparkly and not weighed down by all the toxins, right? I want to be shiny and new for, you know, just a second, just so I can feel rejuvenated. I need a little, it's like Sagittarius is like, I need a little bit of help. You need a vacation. All right. So we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Stay connected with CATtheMinion energy work. Check out my complete suite of goods and services conveniently from my Linktree. linktr.ee/CATtheMinion. Color your way into some relaxation with my coloring books Energy Forms and Draco Forms on Amazon. Get groovy with fashion and home accessories from my Cafe Press or Redbubble shops. Decorate your environment with original art and divination tools from my Etsy shop.